And so that was the original ambition was, we'll put this software, everyone will want it, and then that'll be great.
And so was the software email marketing related?
So it's just our survey platform. So it works alongside email marketing, but it's not an email marketing platform.
No, because actually with when you gave your talk at the Marketer Meetup, actually it was give or take 40 minutes because the other guest didn't turn up. And actually you did a really good job. But actually, do you want to almost explain what's so good about it and why it works? Does that make sense?
Yeah, cool. Sure. So do you want to take this?
Yeah, I can. I mean, no, you're on a run, dude. You carry on. I'm going to sit here and enjoy the sun.
Thanks, mate. So Response Suite is a survey platform that is designed to collect feedback from your customers or potential customers. So you can ask them questions like you would expect from a survey, and they fill in the answers, and that's great. But off the back of them filling out that survey, you can make pretty much anything happen. So rather than just the way surveys have been done for years is typically you sell a thing, you deliver the thing, and then you send out a survey saying, how did we do? And a handful of people will feel ambushed into filling out the survey, even though they don't want to. And it's like 29 pages long and a million questions to a page. And then at the end of it, once a year, once a fortnight, whenever they feel like it, somebody from the business will look at a pie chart and say, oh yeah, 87% of people were happy again. Off we go. And it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything to the individual person who filled out the survey. Like I once went and stayed in a hotel, had the worst stay I've ever had in any hotel ever, complained to the manager, got a refund, went home, got a survey, filled in the survey and rated it 0, 0, 0, 0 out of everything. Really went to town on this survey. Within 2 or 3 days, I get an email from the same chain of hotels. It's a small boutique chain of hotels offering me the chance to go and stay in a different hotel, completely ignoring the fact I've torn them to bits in this survey. And so that's how surveys have been done for years. So when you build a survey in Response Suite, instead you take all of that and you plumb it into the rest of your marketing. You plumb it into your email marketing system, into your CRM, into everything else. So that now the minute somebody says that was 3 out of 10 or something, you can now flag them in your CRM as this person wasn't happy. Make sure we put them into a chain of emails that are designed to fix that relationship. Make sure somebody gives them a call and says, look, I'm really sorry you weren't happy. In other words, every single person who fills out the survey, their next experience with your marketing is completely related to the thing that they said. So if they weren't happy, it follows up with it. If they said they were happy and they're particularly interested in this, this, and this, you follow up with them and talk about those products or services instead.
I do think it's interesting because so at the moment you've got a lot of companies who are struggling to make money, or the world's changed and we're looking at how do we grow with a leaner team, or how do we generate profit quickly. And for one of the first things we always look at is actually for jobs that you've already bid, and obviously I'm like an engineering type background, so that's where we kind of look at, or for a professional services firm that I work with, it's customers that you've had and lost. The easiest way to grow your business quickly is to almost recapture people that have previously bought your product at some point as well. So I really kind of get what you do and how it works. And again, it's that balance of how it's trying to explain it to a way that a rough and ready Northeast SME will understand and buy into in a way that it's not just a survey. Does that make sense? And almost on the basic level, because I guess is there some sort of automation to it as well?
Yeah, I mean, basically, what happens is when someone completes a survey, you've connected that with your CRM, email marketing system, all that stuff. But also, when they complete that survey, at least three automations can happen at once. The first thing is you can segment them in your CRM. So now you can do that follow-up. So you can follow up about the most relevant product. Or a lot of people use Response Suite for upselling and cross-selling existing customers. They get one product. You send them a survey. If they rate you highly, the next question is, which of these other products would be of interest to you? Yeah. And then you now consult them, because the big reason that customers don't spend money with us or more money with us is because they don't understand all the things you could possibly do for them. And that's a big thing that these surveys really overcome. So the first thing that happens is when somebody fills in the survey and then they hit submit, you segment them in your CRM. So now you can follow up, whether that's manually, automated, and integrated, sort of version of both. The second thing that happens is because Response Suite integrates with Google and Facebook Pixels, you can now show them the perfect ads. So now to them, you're the person who emails them and they see ads about the only thing they really care about. Because the thing that really matters in marketing marketing, email marketing, advertising, or marketing is relevance.
Mm-hmm.
If a person sees more relevant messaging from you, they're going to buy from you. The third thing that this amazing platform does is when they hit submit, they can then be taken to a different landing page depending on their choices, which offers them the perfect solution. So if they said they really need some new tires, you can take them to the tires page of your website. I don't know why I'm doing car references when I know nothing about cars. This is going to be a laugh, isn't it? If they talk about my door's broken, you can take them to the door part of your website. Or a specific landing page. What now happens is, in the world of CX and customer journey mapping, we talk about these customer journeys. The problem is a linear customer journey is like, I don't even know if it ever existed.
Mm-hmm.
And this idea of mapping out a singular customer journey actually makes no sense. So what we talk about instead is a dynamic customer journey. We think of it more, in fact, we think of it exactly like those choose your own adventure storybooks that we used to have. You were reading the book and it would say, if you think he goes to the park, then you turn to page 26. If you think he goes to the hospital, turn to page 42. Your marketing becomes that, where the customer or the prospective customer gets to choose the journey. And then you get to present only things they really care about.
No, I do think it's very good, because one of the big things so I teach people sales as well. And actually you get a lot of not very good salespeople that just don't ask the basic questions. What's important to you? How could it work? What are you interested in? What are you not interested in? And then you take them on that kind of path. And almost, I think, especially at the moment, and people will hate me saying this, but it's both true and it's going to happen anyway, is that if companies are looking to reduce overhead and have a lean business, you want systems like this, which can plug a gap at a lower cost than a person, but actually will probably do a better job. Does that make sense? And then people always hate me because they're like, oh, you're going to cost people jobs. It's like, no, this is going to happen anyway. You just need to get better and smarter, and you grow other
Actually,
parts.
it's not going to cost you jobs. I'll tell you why it's not going to cost you jobs. Because at the moment, without this kind of system in place, people are falling through the gaps. There are people falling through the cracks. And if they weren't falling through the cracks, you'd have more sales prospecting to be doing. So you'd actually need a bigger sales team. So we're not talking about doing people out of jobs here. We're actually talking about having more relevant, highly qualified sales conversations where you can basically read someone's mind, because they've told you what their biggest challenge is right now. Mm-hmm. They've told you how urgent it is. They've told you the cost of that problem. Your salesperson can now go in and be more efficient. Yeah. So you can have more salespeople who can do faster sales presentations and sales conversations, because they've already got that information. Because the big thing is, if you're doing anonymous surveys, you can't do anything with that information. Mm-hmm. But the fact that we can identify Steve Pughes, the guy who filled this in, we're going to have a message, we're going to have a meeting with him. Let's have a look. Steve really cares about really nice spectacles. He's really trendy. So we're going to talk to him about really nice spectacles. So when we get there, we don't even need to go, what's important to you about how you look, Steve? Yeah, because we know because we know that you care about how you look. We know that you work hard on that. And we've already overcome all those things, rather than going, well, he's probably in the 72% who cares about how he looks. We'll go with that, and then find out you're wrong. So that it really powers the sales process. It doesn't replace it. Just before I get off my little high horse and soapbox about this, one of the things we talk about a lot, and this is really important in email marketing, with using surveys, with using marketing systems, is you need to automate the processes, not the relationships. Mm-hmm. And when you automate relationships, that's when all of this falls over. That's when we get frustrated at that stupid chatbot on the water board's website that doesn't even tell you what you want to hear, because it's going, I'm really sorry. We get frustrated because they're automating the relationship, not the process. And that's where the line has to be. I'm going to shut up.
That's fine.